Hi guys, welcome to Jane Talks. Everybody's all done their vacations and holidaying and festivities and all that kind of stuff. Brandon left on Sunday to go back to North Bay. He'll be done his schooling in April and he'll be home for good, so that's something to look forward to. I had a great conversation last week with Jim, and we were talking about making a difference and making our mark and leaving a mark. And I think we all feel that in one way or another from time to time throughout our lives, that maybe that we wish there was something more, or we're looking for something more, or we want something more, or we have some kind of epiphany where we wanna do something different. We want to do something that matters. And I had a really great conversation with him, and then I read something this morning. I'm reading a book called Confidence of a Champion by Tim Marks, and it's a great book. I love that book. His sense of humor in it, the way he explains, our basically how we feel about different things is, it really connects with me. But he was talking about things we have control over. He was kind of talking along that very line of leaving our mark and wanting to make a difference, but doing it in ways that make sense. He was kind of talking about when we compare ourselves with other people, and sometimes that can bring about the biggest changes in us when somebody does step out of their comfort zone and makes a mark, and it connects with us, and we think, wow, it can either go, one of two ways. It can make us all depressed and bummed out that we aren't that good, or it can really make us think hard and want to make some changes. And I was impressed with the way he explained the things that we have control over, and the difference that can make for us. And for me, I think what I really need to focus more on is that particular part of it. The what do I have control over? Not that I use a blanket statement such as, I want to end world hunger. The likelihood of that, because of everything that's involved in that, is slim to none. But if I say, I can make a difference by serving at the local soup kitchen, or, in our case, in my area, maybe working with a church program that does like an out of the cold dinner once a week, or volunteering at a shelter, or donations, collecting food for the food bank or something like that. There are ways that make sense and are doable if that's what I so choose to do. And one of the things that he came across was how we are affected by what others think. And that really clicked with me as well. I know that for me, it's hard for me to sort through I guess the fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. Like me doing these Jane Talks is a huge step out of my comfort zone. I was conflicted at first with thoughts like, well, who are you to do something like this? And there were a number of my close friends who told me, like, you have something to say, and somebody somewhere it's going to make a difference with. And I think, all those years of disappointment and trauma and abuse, I always said, if what I'm going through can just help one person, it'll all be worth it. And I need to keep remembering that, because somebody somewhere might need to hear that, might need to hear it's okay, you're going to be all right. Just keep fighting, and there's people around you that care about you and will listen. Don't be afraid, don't lose yourself. And those words are still very applicable to me today. So I feel like these talks that I'm doing and working on writing my book is, it's just as therapeutic for me as maybe somebody down the road who might listen or read it or connect with it in some way. And the care and concern that we have for those around us is part of what makes life better, I think. And so I guess along the lines of, leaving our mark and looking for something more, wanting something more, those are all very realistic and doable thoughts for us to have. They're good things. And by pushing ourselves just a little bit and stepping out of that comfort zone, we will find what we're looking for. I truly believe that. So I guess on that note, have a great week, everybody. And we'll talk to you next week.